this lesson, we are going to be finding the volume of cylinders. And notice, when we have a cylinder, it has two bases that are circles, and it does have a circular area that actually is our height. So the formula we're going to use is that volume is equal to the capital B, stands for base area, times the height. Now notice I've underlined the capital B because to find the base area, which is a circle, we're going to substitute in pi r squared h, which we know h is the height. Notice it's important to know that our units when we measure will always be in cubic units, inches cubed, feet cubed. And we're trying to find volume. We want to see how much something can hold, whether it be a liquid or whether it be like rice or coins. We just want to get an idea of how much it actually can hold. So let's look at the first problem. I have a cylinder. I see the radius is 4, the height is 7. So of course, I'm going to start off by writing my formula. Volume is equal to pi r squared h. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'll substitute in my values. Notice the directions said we're going to round to 3.14 for pi. And then when we're done, our answer is going to be to the nearest hundredth. So here's 4 squared for the radius. The height is a 7. Well, order of operations are very important. So we know we have to square this first. So it's 3.14 times 16 times 7. And when I do the 3.14 times 16, that is equal to 50.24. Now times 7. And finally, we get our answer, 351.68. And units are feet, so it's feet cubed. And here it is. Now, they said round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Well, for this one, we're good. That's our answer. For number 2, again, we have a cylinder. This one has a radius of 3.4 centimeters, and the height is 13.4 centimeters. So we know that we're going to end up with centimeters cubed. All right, writing the formula, volume is equal to pi r squared h. I'm substituting in 3.14 for pi. My radius was 3.4. We're going to square it. The height is 13.4. Again, we always have to start with our squaring. So 3.14. And when I square 3.5, I end up with 12.25 times 13.4. Let's do this multiplication. 3.14 times 12.25, and it's 134.6275. Well, you might say, well, they said round to the nearest hundredth, but we do not do that until the very, very end, because we still got to multiply this number times 13.4. So when we go ahead and we multiply that number, we end up with 1,804.0085. And that's 85/10,000ths. Well, they said round to the nearest hundredth. So I know this is my hundredths place. So I am looking one step over. And when I do that, my volume then is 1,804. But I've got to change this to a 1 because of that 8. 100th. And the units were centimeters cubed. And there we go. All right, for our last one, I'm noticing that for my formula, volume is equal to pi r squared h. I need to have a radius, but they gave me a diameter. So remember, the diameter is always divided by 2 in order to find your radius. So our radius is going to be 9. That's the value we will be substituting in for radius. So volume is equal to 3.14 times our radius of 9 squared, and the height is 35. Again, we always want to make sure we square first. So 3.14, 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81, times 35. When we do the first multiplication of 3.14 times 81, we get 254.34, and we're going to multiply that times 35. And our answer when we do that multiplication is 8,901 and 9/10, and it's meters cubed. We know that this is our answer because they said round to the nearest hundredth, but it wasn't necessary here. The only problem that was necessary was problem number 2 to do our rounding. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.